Hey, and welcome to the Meditations and Musings podcast. I'm Elena Lipson. I'm a mama, I'm a wife, and I'm the founder of the Divine Self-Care Circle membership and the Virtual Retreat Academy. I don't believe that you have to sacrifice your body, your health, or your family in order to create true abundance and prosperity. I believe in living based on the divine feminine metrics of success, and these include pleasure, play, ease, grace, and a slower pace. Each week, I'll bring you 1 to 2 new episodes. One of these will be a guided meditation that you don't have to do on the meditation pillow, and the other will be a conversation to help you access your inner wisdom, to ignite abundance, and inspire others to do the same. I invite you to join me on this journey back to the magic of a divinely aligned and well cared for you. And now, join me for today's episode. Hello, this is Elena Lipson, your divine self-care mentor. And today is a meditation all about pleasure. I have a question for you before we begin. Do you prioritize your pleasure? Or do you see it as frivolous or something that becomes an afterthought or just something to focus on when you get the really important stuff done? Do you prioritize your pleasure? Pleasure is one of my new metrics of success. Pleasure is actually much more important than we give it credit for. Pleasure activates parts of our brain, parts of your brain, that begin to see things in a different way, that begin to sense, feel, and enjoy life in a very different way. Mediocrity, sadness, disappointment, yeah, those are all parts of life. But when you start to seek and prioritize pleasure, you begin to experience life in a different way. So today, I'm going to help you to begin to prioritize pleasure with a simple relaxation, a visualization, and an activation of your pleasure center. So I want you to begin right now by getting comfortable, closing your eyes, and if you're in a position or a place where you can close your eyes, go ahead and do so. And if not, you might want to press pause and come back to this meditation. So let's begin. Finding a comfortable position, you begin mindfully and intentionally taking some nice deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Allowing the breath to do its magic and bring you back into your body. With each breath in its own timing, you begin to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Each breath bringing relaxation, less stress, gentleness to different parts of your body that might be restricted or limited in movement because of stress that you felt throughout the day or burdens that you're carrying them in parts of your body. So right now, with each breath, allow those burdens, the stress of whatever you've experienced, any thoughts you've been holding to just melt away for now. As we begin to prioritize pleasure, I want you to continue to breathe into your body and allow yourself to feel fully present. Gently begin inviting your breath a little deeper now, all the way into your lungs, and out, releasing anything that no longer serves, allowing your body to find a deeper sense of relaxation with each breath. Inviting your breath now deeper into your solar plexus, and out again, releasing any thought patterns, anything that happened today that you're ready to let go of. And with your next breath, inviting it even a little bit deeper into your belly, into your sacral chakra, the seat of creativity, the seat of seeding pleasure in your body, and allowing your breath to fill up your entire sacral chakra, your belly, your lower belly, and your hips. Noticing that simply bringing your attention to a part of your body that you might not think about often starts to allow you to feel sensations, maybe tingles, maybe just an awakening. Perhaps you're feeling a little bit of heat. Allow it to be whatever it is. Even the awareness of your sacral chakra, of your pelvis, of your hips, can start to activate pleasure. It's totally normal. It's beautiful. And hey, if you don't allow yourself to prioritize pleasure, how can we expect others to do it for you? Sometimes our definition of pleasure is limited to things that you do in your privacy of your bedroom, things that have to do with sexuality, and those are all part of pleasure. But pleasure is also expanded to enjoying being present with, allowing yourself to fully receive the pleasure from food, from joy, from laughter, from beauty of nature around you. Feeling good is so much more than simply feeling good in the moment. Feeling good and feeling pleasure as a practice allows you to eliminate stress, experience wellness, and actually rewires your brain chemistry to allow yourself to receive more pleasure from different areas of your life. Sometimes we undervalue the power of pleasure, to allow ourselves to experience it just for the sheer joy of laughing, just for the sheer pleasure of reading a magazine for no other reason than it feels good. Sometimes we feel like we need a return on investment on all of our activities. Right now, I invite you to prioritize your pleasure in this moment. Continuing your simple breaths, keeping your attention focused on any sensations, awakenings, tinglings, pleasure that you're feeling in your body by simply closing your eyes, relaxing your body, and paying attention to what feels good. Giving yourself full permission to enjoy something is not a simple task. Our human brain wants to validate our behavior and starts to criticize, even shame you for doing something just because it feels good. Well, we're going to flip that switch right now and give you full permission to put pleasure as a priority on your day. Choosing to prioritize pleasure takes discipline. It takes focus. It takes courage, because there's many messages around you telling you to do something, to be something, to create something, and simple enjoyment and pleasure goes way down that list. Right now, I want to give you a personal challenge. For the rest of today, I invite you to prioritize pleasure as a metric for success. Your way, your enjoyment of life. Whether that means sitting down to a meal without any distractions, whether that means running a beautiful bath with essential oils and Epsom salts, whether it means going to sit out in nature and just noticing the beauty all around you. What does prioritizing pleasure mean to you today? That is your assignment. And just know, this is not meant to be another thing on your to-do list. Instead, I invite you to see pleasure as a way of being, as a way of walking through the world, your life, which is going to enhance the way you show up for everything else in your life. So let's take the next minute and just focus on breathing into your pelvis, into your sexual organs, into your hips, just for the sheer pleasure of experiencing what it's like to focus on your pleasure center for the next minute. Take a nice deep breath and continue breathing into your pelvis, enjoying each sensation in your own rhythm, in your own timing, in your own way. You are prioritizing your pleasure. Whenever you're ready, you can either stay here and continue breathing into your pleasure center, or you can come back into waking consciousness. Take a nice cleansing deep breath. Begin wiggling your toes and your fingers. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes and commit to seeing your day a little differently today. Asking yourself as you move through your activities, through your to-do list, through your meals, through your conversations, through your bedtime rituals, how can I allow myself to prioritize pleasure? It could be as simple as slowing down and noticing what feels good, and using that as a compass to navigate towards pleasure, and beginning to notice how this affects the landscape of your day. This is Elena Lipson, your divine self-care mentor, inviting you to experience more pleasure. I'll see you next time on Meditations and Musings podcast. Thank you so much for listening and learning about the new divine self-care way of being in your life, business, and the bedroom based on the divine feminine metrics of success: pleasure, play, ease, grace, and a slower pace. If you're ready to bust the myth of overwhelm and tap into an inspired start to each day, I've put together a free video series for you to help you start each day with energy, inspiration, and ignite that inner pilot light which attracts joy, magic, and synchronicity. You can access my 3-step magic morning practice to help you ignite your inner light and attract the abundance that you're craving. Head on over to elenalipson.com/gift. And if you enjoyed this episode, I would so love if you share it with a friend, a sister, a mother, a daughter, and please leave a review. That is how the magic starts to ripple out. Here's wishing you a day full of beauty, magic, and divine self-care. I'll see you next time at the Meditations and Musings podcast.